Every day for 14 years, a dog returned to the same gate at precisely the same time, hoping his owner would return. But the man never showed up. So why didn't the dog simply go home? What was so special about this gate? Did the dog forget his owner's face or how his owner smelled? Welcome to our channel, where we bring you heartwarming stories and touching stories of loyalty and love between humans and dogs. Stay tuned for the next video. You won't regret it. Time seemed to have stopped here. Not a single passerby paid any attention to the lonely dog sleeping near the old metal gate. Rain poured from the sky and people hurried past without even noticing the animal. The dog didn't stir. He was used to it. Every day, he waited for his human here. For many years, he had never missed a single day. The dog dreamed of seeing his beloved master again. This longing kept him going, despite the fact that no one understood him, and no one wanted to stroke his gray head or even give him a kind word. The dog's name was Max, and he had been waiting for his owner, Leo, for over a decade, waiting for him at the old gate. Max remembered the day when he first arrived there. It was one of the happiest days in his life. He was just a tiny puppy then, and Leo was only 10 years old. Their families had been friends for a long time, and when the boy saw the little dog for the first time, he fell head over heels in love. Leo's parents agreed to let him keep the dog, and it felt like they had known each other forever. Max loved playing with Leo. They spent hours in the field chasing each other and playing fetch. Max brought Leo his favorite ball every day, which the boy always threw for him, laughing merrily. Every evening before bed, Leo hugged Max tightly and whispered sweet words into his fur. They had an unspoken language of affection, just like most pet owners do with their furry friends. Life was filled with joy and happiness. Those were the best years in Max's life. But nothing lasts forever. Soon after, Leo's dad received a job offer from another city, and the whole family had to pack their things and move. Of course, the boy didn't want to leave his loyal friend behind, so he begged his parents to take Max with them. Unfortunately, it wasn't possible. The new house didn't allow pets, and there was no one else in the family who could take care of the dog. "I'm sorry, son. There's no way we can take him with us," said Leo's mom, stroking his head. "It'll be okay. I'll find a good owner for him. He'll live better than with us," added Leo's dad, although he himself wasn't too happy about it. When the time came to say goodbye, the boy couldn't hold back his tears. The last thing he heard was Max's worried bark. As the car drove away, Leo looked out the window and saw his beloved dog running along the road, barking and trying to keep up with them. The boy cried out, but his parents paid no attention to him. They had made up their minds, and there was no turning back. After a few minutes, Max slowed down, then turned around and headed back. He barked twice, then stopped. Leo watched as the dog trotted back to the old gate and stopped there. From that moment on, Max never left that gate. Every day he waited for his beloved human, although he never saw him again. At first, passersby tried to approach the dog, but Max would growl and bare his teeth, chasing them away. Over time, people got the message and no longer bothered the dog. Only a few brave souls occasionally approached him, offering some water or food. However, none of these people could make Max change his mind. He refused all their offers and continued to wait by the gate every day, hoping to see Leo again. Years passed, but Max didn't give up. Spring turned into summer, summer into autumn, and autumn into winter. The dog aged, becoming thinner and weaker. His thick black fur turned gray and his eyes dimmed, but his hope never faded. Every day he returned to the gate, ready to wait another year, another decade, or even forever. One day, a young woman named Maya noticed the dog sitting by the old gate. She stopped to pet him and give him some water. She also brought him some food, but the dog didn't touch it. All he wanted was to see his owner. Maya visited Max every day, talking to him in a kind voice. Slowly but surely, she gained the dog's trust. And one day, when she approached him with a piece of steak, Max finally agreed to eat. It was a small victory for the woman, but she was determined to do everything possible to help the lonely dog. Maya didn't know that Max had been waiting by this gate for more than 10 years. The woman began visiting the dog more often, spending time with him, playing and caring for him. She couldn't understand why the dog was still waiting here, but she respected his decision. One day, while playing with Max, Maya noticed a small, shiny object under his blanket. She carefully picked it up and realized it was a dog collar tag. The inscription on it read, "Leo, I'll come back for you." Suddenly, it all became clear to the woman. Max wasn't just waiting here randomly. He was waiting for his owner to return. Over the years, the dog's hope never faded. Even though Max was already 14 years old and his body was aching, he still hoped that one day Leo would keep his promise and return. As time went on, Max grew weaker. His old wounds started hurting more, and he could barely move. Despite this, he still got up every morning and walked to his beloved gate. He didn't want to give up hope. Sadly, one day, Max didn't get up. He felt unwell. And when Maya arrived at the gate, she found the dog lying on the ground. She called the vet, who arrived quickly and examined the old dog. "He's very sick," the vet said, shaking his head. "There's not much I can do. He needs rest and proper nutrition. I'll leave some medicine. Hopefully it helps." Max indeed needed medical attention, but what would happen when the vet left? Would Max be able to survive until then? After the vet left, Maya took care of the dog. She fed him and made sure he was comfortable. Max licked her hand in gratitude, and Maya felt a deep connection with the dog. She understood what he was going through and couldn't bear the thought of leaving him alone. Every day, Maya came to see Max, and over time, he regained his strength. Although his age was evident, the dog was still full of energy and joy. Every time Maya approached him, he wagged his tail, expressing his happiness. However, Max knew that his time was limited. He felt it in his bones. Every day he became weaker, and he knew he wouldn't be able to wait much longer. One day, when Maya arrived at the gate, she found Max lying under a tree. He had peacefully passed away. Although Maya was deeply saddened by the loss, she understood that it was for the best. Max was no longer suffering, and now he was free to join his beloved owner. A few weeks after Max passed away, Maya returned to the gate. She engraved the words "Loyalty Never Forgets" on a small plaque and hung it on the tree under which Max had died. She placed fresh flowers on the ground and stood there for a while, remembering the extraordinary dog. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up. If you liked it, share it with your friends. Thank you for watching. See you later.